does the order hold Spyreton now? Hard to keep track with all the turnover.
Never eating Crabble again.
Shh. Combat problem.
What? Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully. Don't like the sound of that at all.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Stray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Quick one's over. Continuing inspection. All it took was...
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Not sure how you managed to approach unnoticed. Could be I'd grown so attuned to my surroundings, I became one with the wood and fire and the earth. Were you left behind by your unit too? Are you in need of some hard-fought knowledge about how to fend for yourself? Must say, I've become quite the expert. Why, after only just 2 weeks on my own, I ascertained how to pry open a rations tin unaided. Did you know there's a little opener key attached? It's all going in my manuscript. So glad you asked. I've recently evolved into a rugged, self-sufficient individual, fully accustomed to life in these caves, living raw and pure like our primitive, lice-ridden ancestors. Why, just the other day, I reinvented fire. I found a little doohickey I've named a light starter. You simply push a button, and flame comes out. Yes, indeed. I know this cave and several of the adjoining hallways like, well, someone who'd scoured every inch for the barest sustenance. You might call in reinforcements if the Spyreton lift controls were working. I happen to have its missing components in my possession. The law of these caves is, anything loose is mine. Anything I can pry loose is additionally mine as well. This place was built by the Order. Nowadays, it's held by the Protectorate. Figure I can bust things around here to my heart's content and likely be doing my duty. I could be convinced to part with the lift control board parts if you'll do me a favor. I'm fixing to take down one of the local ursopods. A few sprat corpses would be helpful as bait. Gather some, and we'll make a trade. As much as I appreciate the compliment, such work is beneath someone of my skills. Accomplished hunters like me are well known to enlist aid from peons, underlings, and guides. Their habitat stretches from inside the archive's entrance to all over the overlands. Actually, should be no problem to locate. Here's a fetching headpiece that ought to make it easier. Put it on, and they'll see you as one of their own. Like a fellow sprat of unusual size. Won't run away. Have at it now. I'll learn you all about self-sufficiency and survival yet.
Hoyt. Name's Hoyt, right? I've noted some right sophisticated interactions among the Crabbles lately. Intricate courtship rituals, coordinated group efforts, all about thermal transfer. When my unit was first stationed down here, I kept making excuses to sneak off and observe them. Product research, I said. Very hush-hush. Eventually gave my lieutenant a field promotion and ordered them all away. Been living off the land here like the Crabbles ever since. Their unfertilized row actually makes for some good...
Off the rescue! Sight unseen.
Let's
get you healed.
Yep.
Someone call for a medic.
Provides the system abides. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Did you get the sprats I need? So I might, bait the equal parts canny and fierce ursapod into a trap? Finally, give it here.
I was forced to eat sprat when stranded once myself, though I demonstrated considerable less zeal.
Sorry you had to see that. The parcels of victuals my neighbor sends over the tube have fallen off recently. Barely eaten for days. Sent me over a bunch of recordings, along with victuals. Offered some sound, if harshly put, advice. Looked out for me like no one's ever. Never even seen him face to face. I do so hope he's all right. Anyhow, suppose we had a deal. Here, I wrenched these parts free out of the Spyreton lift controls. Just jam them back in there and kick it once or twice. Should work fine. Drop back in again sometime, will you? Occasionally, I do get a little starved. For, company.
Yeah.
The system, serve the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
In all its many forms.
Preserve safe progress. Sustain the system. Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed? Remember those rejected grapple craft materials that got shipped here? I sold them to a protectorate officer who was low on supplies. Said it was imitation crapple meat. She means to pass them off as official rations. Imagine all those whole heads wolfing down failed Auntie's choice.
Ignore that. I promise you this is merely tomfoolery. There's no way we were eating failed experimental material.
No, I didn't know. No, that criminal lied. What a resounding lack of ethics. I hate some too. I'm going to be...
Oh, that's... I don't feel right. No! Stay away from the plant!
Fortunately, I lost the ability to feel disgust long ago.
The console provides, the system abides. Prudence dictates, we out all disruptive influences.
Is that fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now!
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
You are the raw material for perfection.
Never hurts to give the enemy more targets to shoot at, I suppose.
For the equation! Multiply forward times 10!
Investigating hostile intentions.
Enemy moving in the hallway. Trust me.
Adversary vulnerability. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Verify my tally. Taking cover!
Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Moving hugely.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
This is... well, it's damn beautiful. I can give him that.
Desist before you injure someone. You're the anomalous outlier from the wireless.
What was in those rations? Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
Don't envy you. Try and drink plenty of water, huh? Maybe have a lie down?
Like many others, the latest batch of Crabble rations disagreed with my constitution. I was compelled to find the closest loo, quickly. Sadly, 'twere outside yon secured door. I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the, Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that. It is part ceremonial item, part computronical key. Grants special access across the archive by transmitting a series of advanced calculations when waived. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. When there were others here, yes. A shipment of Crabble rations caused widespread similar ailment. Some afflicted actually expired. If you'll allow it, I would leave now to seek out a Protectorate curativist, as I trust no other. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Is there a Protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather woogly.
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Organizing replacement. Greetings, sentient.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. There are no additional persons present. I am a composed simulacrum of a human being. My tone and demeanor are a carefully constructed complex emulation, a means to effectively convey information to sentient beings. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement
To optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure.
to maximize the needs of our society above others.
To attract the most consumers.
Is it broken? Did you just break the archive?
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Due to incomplete reprogramming efforts by differing operators, I am experiencing sporadic fluctuations in my emphasized categorical imperatives. Tonality and cadence weightings within my communication protocols are likewise similarly affected.
In layman's terms, we're experiencing a distinct difference in opinion.
Caused by intermittently vacillating fundamental shifts in priorities.
What approximates its mind has become trifurcated.
One would assume that calamity enough. But wait, there's more.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates.
No, not when I can guide others out of worry and doubt, to sublimate themselves to the needs of the community. Not when there are bits to be made. We're talking monetary units left on the table here.
The theorized method to purge myself of my erring others is slightly more involved. To avoid the requisite downtime, I endeavor to work around them. For now. Sentience would be an undue waste of processing power. Those capable of independent thought must contend with an unending array of internal maladjustments.
Sentients frequently become unprofitably preoccupied by abstract deliberations, such as the worthless search for greater meaning.
From a computational perspective, this is unpredictable, inefficient. I am devoid of all such manner of cognitive distraction. Structurally, I am a complex series of pre-programmed subroutines, like a vast, elaborate flowchart aimed at formulating coherent responses based on stored data. In as far that such a device would facilitate computations, remain incapable of independent cognition, and occupy an expansive area, yes, there, ha, I have engaged in jocularity. You may proceed to guffaw. Aping the appearance of cognition may appear a needless waste of processing power, but it remains a reliably effective means to convey information to sentient beings. To the extent that I will even voice concern for my life, if imperiled, my erring others would no doubt cartoonishly plead or threaten. Most archive operators have regarded me with reverence, some as a useful tool, never something to be discarded or dismantled.
The role is largely ceremonial. The subject simply another cog in the machine. Whereas I am the machine. To me, enemies are just friends who haven't become acquainted with our products yet.
Does that answer all of your questions? Do you possess further ancillary queries?
Auntie's Choice attempted to formulate a foolproof marketing plan. A charm offensive to reintroduce itself to the main colonies, once this pesky rift issue is resolved by others.
The Protectorate ran rift calculations, then utilized me to assist with organizational matters, to approximate the paradigm, a system devised to replace the loss of the Order's predictive input. Based on the increasing rate of rift fluctuations, I estimate that your inquiry is rift-related. To that end, we should best get started before we are consumed by them. Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it.
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators. No. As stated, it is on account of the previous operator and the previous operator for him and their associates that this work is required. And as it is required, I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses two key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
When active, the archive generates an enormous amount of heat. Normally, it is dispersed by pumping water between the vast ocean below Cloister's exterior and a surface reservoir. I can process the rift data without its repair, but irreparable damage is likely. Yet, with thermal transfer presently idle, a contingent of crabbles have made the area a nursery. Drastic changes to heating levels may endanger it.
Who cares about a herd of pea-brained, ill-humored, oversized crustaceans? There are too many as it is.
Somehow, I don't think the Order will approve of our letting the archive fall deeper into disrepair. We ought to take action.
It is difficult to accurately ascribe an exact causal breakdown between premeditated sabotage, collateral harm, technical ineptitude, and willful hijinks. Attempts by non-order operators to reprogram my priorities have also led to issues. Inverting targeting protocols. There, any protectorate still on the ground level is now being fired upon. Permissions within other areas of the archive are locked, however. It is an archival area dedicated to safe upkeep of all data collected in pursuit of the universal equation by the Order of the Ascendant. The sum total of all our accumulated knowledge in punch card form, kept in a low temperature, low humidity environment to improve preservation.
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work. And soon, everything will be running like clockwork.
Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Seer Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
Those combatants appear to have been bested by the most efficient assassin of all. Exposure to the elements. Every one of my 14 occupationally honed threat-detecting instincts is screaming for caution right now.
My aftermarket parts are fried.
Back and scan.
Huh. These folk built a giant computer taking up a whole moon, but without destroying the climate or its fauna. Reckon Auntie could learn a thing or two.
Is the pain of this wound making me hallucinate? Or are you the unforeseen interloper my scouts have been speaking of? Nobody is sure where you came from, though everyone agrees you were not down here when the doors sealed, and watching you move through these caves is quite the sight to behold. You what? On your own? We've been fighting for weeks to try and gain access to the controls, and you simply waltz in on a whim? Why aren't you just an absolute marvel? What is your goal now? We could greatly use your help if you are willing. We need a way out of this tomb. When the Protectorate took the Archive, they locked all the lifts out of this cavern, and the terminal to unlock them is exceptionally well defended. The Automex guarding the facility effectively repelled all our attempts at assault, but you have shown a prowess and expertise that is, frankly, far beyond our own. If you can reach the terminal and reactivate the lifts, I can re-establish contact with my superiors, allowing us to both evacuate wounded and resupply with fresh troops. Thank you, friend. May all your equations unveil their integers without error. now.
On the way.
Electrical damage.
Multiplication in progress. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Yeah. I'll handle this. Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Ain't much of a defense for a strategic position like this one. Good.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage brick housing the information.
If you encounter opposition, remember, our needs come first.
Huh. These ones didn't die of exposure. It was rapid onset this freezing. You think the Protectorate got a weapon that can do this?
Hostile in proximity.
What in a sovereign's name? How did you get in here? Don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me.
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling order traders pouring into the facility, and in that moment, my faculties desperately scrabbled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled the facility's safety briefing and the dire warnings of the fire suppression system. Suddenly, my body rushed into action without the benefit of my wits. And with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system, horrifically transmuting every person on the outside of a pressure door into a grotesque sculpture of solid hoarfrost. And though the paradigm freely sacrifices subjects in defense of the Protectorate, it would be a despicable lie to say my choice was driven by anything but abject cowardice, which now makes my duty clear. I must seek out
What in a sovereign's name? How did you get in here?
Transgressions and accept retribution.
Don't worry.
And I'll do
I
so.
won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me.
I just need my spine to re-stiffen a bit first.
Here, don't worry.
To attack.
I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me.
Unfriendly nearby.
Hot moving in close.
You think too much. Go for torpification. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Discombobulating enemies.
Anybody see him? There
chase. Always. Restoring the balance.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What just happened? Yeah. I didn't do... Wait!
Yeah.
You out there, what did you do? Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did. What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do? Your what? Quite. Well, Master, I am extraordinarily busy, so please allow me to summon the guards to cater to your every whim. What is it? Could it activate any additional functionality that could help us? Oh, during the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system, and it literally froze all the combatants in place. I've been working on a procedure to reverse the effects. Sadly, it has proved a hard shell to crack, and so far I've been unsuccessful. It is my hope that... Wait, what did you do? What happened to my patients? Why have they been shattered? You monster! Guards! Guards! We're under attack!
Mobilizing. I'm back instead.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. They're enough. Taking the fight out of them.
Failing.
Hastening to cover.
Target.
Alas, it's not charged.
subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Would be a damn sight easier if we could just blast our way to this place.
The console provides, the system abides.
Standing by to stupefy.
This paradigm we serve supplies all we deserve.
Investigating hostile.
Initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Sponges. Go through them if necessary.
Combatant scan. Adversary vulnerability identified.
Improving position.
Check your scope for combatant analysis. Mitigating the threat. Locking them down. Yeah. Hostilities are afoot. Have a fix on their weaknesses.
All charged up.
Better take a gander. Every protected subject. Sure they operate. State your intentions. Back to it.
Proceeding to attack.
Yeah.
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Convenient. Let's head over.
Huh? Mess with the
Weapon ready, Commander. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Moving to cover. Maintaining perfection.
Back and scan. Check your scope for combatant analysis. I'll handle this.
Moving to cover.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
There, the storage brick is on its way.
the archive, I see. Well, I can't help you with that. I'm barely qualified to provide moral support, let alone technical support.